what you can't see without going out of bounds at the ending of Poppy Playtime Chapter 4. In this video, we'll also look at what happens if we play the VHS player and then leave the room, plus what happens if we first play the player and afterwards open the door with the Omni hand. We're literally going to check out everything happening behind the scenes at the Chapter 4 ending. And I promise, what you'll see at the very end of this video will absolutely shock you. It proves something very big about Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, so make sure you stick around until the end.
Hey GlimmerByte, let us join too.
Yes, Cracker is right.
Okay, but both of you, cracked egg and burnt toast, don't you dare burn or crack up here. All right, with that being said, let's get right into it. Right into the video. Let's start with a simple recap of what happened at the ending. After we defeat Doey, we scan through some doors, keep walking forward, move a bunch of big boxes, and then slide down a hole straight into the ventilation block. That's where we see Kissy and Poppy. Poppy starts shouting at us for what we did, and we also learn that Ollie was actually the prototype. After their never-ending toasted conversation, Poppy suddenly runs off. An explosion goes off, and then our Huggy's Kissy, catches us so we don't fall. But her hands get ripped right off her body and we crash all the way down. Then we stand up like we just woke up from bed and are about to brush our teeth. We keep walking until a door opens in front of us, leading to the lab's entrance where poppy flowers are planted neatly on both sides. We scan in, play the Leith Pierre VHS tape, and realize he basically cooked us. Then we look out the small window on the door, and at first everyone thinks it's Kissy walking toward us. But as it gets closer, we realize it's actually Huggy, and he charges at us like he just found a giant toasted omelet after 100 years of hunger. And that's exactly where Chapter 4 ends. So, let's start by taking a close look at the area behind the scenes. At first glance, it might seem a little strange if you don't understand how games are built, because some things just don't make sense to the untrained eye. Honestly, nothing particularly unusual is happening here. And then, nothing else. It's just what you see. But if we want to uncover more secrets, we have to move forward. Now, looking at the ventilation block, we can see Kissy and Poppy frozen in place. The animations only trigger when we actually reach this spot. Peering out from here, the entire area is enclosed like a box. The fan above is pulling air out into space, so don't worry about air circulation or pollution, and the fan that isn't spinning still directs airflow to space through the large pipe. Looking down at the spot where we land after the explosion, it's not very far, but the ground below has already been blown open. Normally, players never actually see this part, so it's a nice little hidden detail from the developers. And of course, there's no prototype model actually here. It's just the sound effect layered in to make us feel his presence. Now what about Poppy? When the prototype says, "It's time to come home," she panics and darts through the pipe, disappearing from view. To put it simply, she unloads from the scene. Next, let's break down how the explosion actually unfolds. After the blast, Kissy doesn't move away. She's stuck in the fan. Her arm, which had been torn off, is still at the top for a moment before falling down. Here's a little fun detail I noticed. If you disable the flying camera while at the top, you'll get stuck in mid-air because there's actual collision below. I even tried firing at our Kissy Missy.
Hey, you GlimmerByte! Hey, GlimmerByte! Ho, guys, it looks like I want to continue the video. So, we leave Kissy alone and move back down, because we definitely don't want this cracked egg to break again. Moving forward and exploring the cave, there's nothing else hidden behind the scenes. The area is completely blocked by rocks. No doors, no holes, nothing. Now, when we move to the lab's entrance and check behind the scenes, it's clear the developers took great care in designing this area. Everything is neatly placed. While exploring, I noticed something glowing in the distance. When I investigated, it turned out to be the ice canister we used before to freeze Doey. But it's far from the playable map, and honestly, I still don't know why it's there. Now, where does Huggy actually appear from? After placing the VHS tape and moving to the correct spot, Huggy just pops up out of nowhere. He's badly cracked, as we've already seen. He got broken by a simple wooden box.
Hey, you toasted bread. Enough. We don't need your toasted history. We've seen everything. Let me in. Okay, guys, this is how I look. You can see some small injuries on my body, hands, and head, but it's nothing for me. After that, nothing major happens. I just runs and knocks on the door, keeping the tension alive. Now comes the part you've all been waiting for. What happens if we leave the room after placing the tape? Normally, the game doesn't let you do this, but let's see what happens. We enter the room, place the tape, move to the other side, and just wait for Leith Pierre's commentary to finish. No matter what you do, once the movement triggers, the camera moves smoothly to the designated position. It's actually really satisfying to watch. I even went to the far end of the cave just to observe how beautifully the camera transitions. Now let's test a slightly different scenario. What happens if we enter the room without scanning our hand, place the tape, exit the room, and then scan our hand? The door opens normally, and the movement triggers again. But this time we can see Huggy while the door is open. Even with the door open, he doesn't attack. He just comes near and knocks, as if the door were still there. It's a subtle but cool little detail that shows the developer's attention to animation logic. GlimmerByte promised something shocking at the very end of this video, and here it is.
Okay, guys, during the final Huggy cliffhanger, when I went behind the scenes, I actually saw Missy sitting on top. And if you think this Kissy is really part of the game, you're mistaken. She's not actually there. I placed the model myself. Sorry about that.
Hey GlimmerByte, how dare you do that? I thought you were a true YouTuber, but now I see. We are going.
Hey Huggy, stop! The thing is there. Give me time to show it.
What? Then show it, please.
Okay. So guys, we all assumed Doey was dead, but when I went behind the scenes and checked on him, I saw his hand moving, and he was shivering. I swear this isn't edited. Let me bring my grab pack so you can see. It's real. He was shivering and moving both hands behind him, and I stood there for a long time. He kept moving, but that's not all. There's another discovery that will absolutely shock you, and it proves that Doey is still alive and will return in Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss what I uncover next. See you in that video.